Welcome to the screencast for Module 1, Introduction to PBL and SBG. Our driving question for this module is, where do I start with project-based learning and standards-based grading? Throughout the module of Introduction to PBL and SBG, we will be learning about how we start with project-based learning and standards-based grading, and then by the end of the module, you should have a pretty good idea of what unit you want to look at, what standards you want to start looking at, and we'll be ready to roll into building an idea module 2. Just as with every module, we have this piece up here. I want to make sure you know exactly which standards you are working towards and the objectives and assessments. You can have a quick look at the scale if you'd like, and the individual I can statements with the aligned activities. Here you found the screencast, and you may go ahead and go into the overall goals for this module. Just have a real quick look. We will be looking at this one. We'll be gaining background knowledge of both. We'll be brainstorming a theme, a topic, and we'll be getting some possible standards figured out. When you are ready, you'll move on to the entry event, Introduction to PBL and SBG. This will take us to a soft chalk link. You'll go ahead and go through those activities, just gaining some foundational knowledge, and then any takeaways you have, you can post on that forum. That forum is also found here. If you'd like to help us with any vocabulary words, you can fill out that glossary as we go. And here's a checklist for the Module 1 entry event. When you are ready, when you're done with that, you're ready to move on to independent workbook study. And this is where we'll dive a little bit closer into your starter kit that you ordered. You have those activities. There is a forum, and that'll take you back here. Then if you have any questions that you would like to have answered in a face-to-face conversation, we have the ability to join in with Zoom and or Google Meet to have those face-to-face synchronous conversations. Sometimes that's easier than trying to email back and forth. These are not mandatory, but I highly recommend you utilize this option if you prefer to have just a quick conversation. Here is your Module 1, Introduction to PBL and SBG. This is what's going to take you through the meat of the learning. You'll just work through these tabs, and pretty self-explanatory. One thing I did want to mention is Twitter. During the summer months, Twitter is, the Twitter chats kind of take a pause, but you can easily go through the backlog of them to gain some insight on some pretty cool information, as well as build your PLN, your Professional Learning Network. These are the forum links directly. They're also found in Module 1. And here is the quick link to Authentic Engagement and Assessment. Just real quick, if you get to this point and you do not have your Google Drive set up with the copies and so forth, it is definitely time to do that. As we go into build an idea, we're going to want to make sure that we have all of those Google Drive tech issues out of the way, and you are set and ready to go. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know.